Hello all, it's Melinda. I'm going to be showing you another layout that I'm making for my summer challenge group over at Mind the Scrap Facebook group. And today, one of my team members is Laura Rumble from Beads, Buttons, and Birds.blogspot.co.uk. And I will link this below. This is one of her sketches that I fell in love with. And I'm going to basically copy it almost exactly just because I'm in a hurry and that's what works for me. So 4x6 photo of my daughter. I have my journaling. It is a saying that I like. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think, by A.A. Milne. I went ahead and cut on my silhouette 5 different patterns in diamond shapes. And in the sketch, she has some pink circles, and I'm going to use these for my pink circles. I also cut them on my silhouette. There's some layers behind the photo. I think I'm going to use this, and I'll pull something else. I'm not sure what, though. So these are my journaling strips. My title, I think I'm going to put in this font because it kind of goes with this. In the background of the sketch, you can see some distressing. And I'm going to use my Faber-Castell gelatos, and I think the color is just metallic gold, but I'm not sure if that's exactly the name, but that's what color it ends up being. And I think I'm just going to rub it on. So without further ado, I will stick you on fast forward. We're going to start out by cleaning everything off. And I'm going to just scribble this on like crayons after I mark where my photo goes, just for an idea. I'm just going to scribble it and then rub it with my fingers, but I find that I'm going to need some water to really spread it around. And I'm going to try just to spray it and get my finger wet, but eventually I end up just spraying the page. On the fast forward, it looks like my hands are flying at lightning speed. And when you spread it around, it softens it up, and the gold on my screen, it looks like almost like a pea green, but I'm not sure if that's what it looks like on your screen. Some of the lines got a little bit thicker than what I wanted them, so I'm going to just keep rubbing them a little bit. For the most part, it's going to be covered up by the triangles. I'm just going to try to dry it. I'm going to place these, like I said, pretty much just exactly how the sketch is. Some of them I end up moving around just a little bit so that they worked for my design. I liked the one with the butterflies on it. Added a little bit of variance to it all. I'm counting them. I'm trying to have an odd number. Just trying to figure out the lineup. They're not working out. So I'm gonna go, okay, whatever. We're just gonna go with where they look nice. Doesn't matter that they don't line up. And then when I'm sticking them down, I move them slightly anyway. Lay one more time with the photo down just to see if it's working for me. A little fussing. Put the pink circles where I want them. And I believe I want to sprinkle before I stick these down, but maybe I don't. Nope, I stick them down. Okay. Just putting a little bit of adhesive on them just in case I want to move them. Just like that. I will cut them off the edges when I'm all done with the layout. I like it when things run off the page. It makes the layout look larger than what it is, like it continues on. It's warping a little bit. I'm going to lay these out one last time. I'm going to use just white tissue paper. It has a iridescent dot on it. I only need half a thing of it. This is how I do it. I stick one side of the picture down, decide how long I want it, and then flip the picture over and stick it down on the other side, and then I have all this extra that I just kind of fan fold and wrinkle, and I tape it down with some washi tape so it holds the wrinkles, and then I trim it to size. I probably use a lot more tissue paper than what I need to, but I like the look of the layers kind of all just folded up behind it. With that, the layout's pretty much done. I just need to figure this out. These are some tabs that I have punched with my tab punch. It's a McGill tab punch. It's very old. And they are junk mail, actually. Those two are just things I get in the mail. The blue one is like the inside of the safety envelopes. And the other one had just a little saying on it. I thought it was neat. I don't end up using the saying, but it's the light blue that I like for this layout. Be well is what it says. It was just junk mail. Whenever I get junk mail that I think that I would make good tabs, I punch them sometimes and stick them in that little dish. I'm just going to tape these together so they can kind of make a row, trying to figure out how it would look best. The Be Well doesn't really go with my layout, so I'm trying to figure out how I can cover up the big red blob that's on it. So I end up flipping it over, and there's that red blob. So I got to figure out how I can cover that, because there's no red on the layout. I don't want to introduce red. So I just kind of fuss a little bit with that. I decide that I'm going to put the date on the light blue one that has Be Well in the back. And because the surface is slick, I'm going to use my StazOn ink. And then it'll need a minute to dry so it doesn't smear. So while that's drying, I'm going to get my title out. My title is going to be Never Forget. And that kind of just bleeds into the quote for the journaling I have. I got a little panicked. I thought I don't have an E, but it was misplaced on a different sheet. I'm starting to think, oh no, what can I do? Oh, and there it is. Whew. Now I have no E's in that. I sometimes think letter stickers should come with E's, just all E's. But then it would be another letter that I run out of, so who knows? Now, so I can get these to work, I'm going to glue them all together as one unit, how they need to look. And they don't actually go under the photo very far. I'm going to slice these journal strips up. Now, some of them end up being a little bit thicker than the other strips, but that's okay. I'm just going to cut them for length. And just stagger them underneath the title, a little haphazardly. When I typed the one that's laying off the page there, I typed it out and I made a mistake on the typing, so I just hit return and typed the next line.
That's the beauty of journaling strips. This is where I'm going to sprinkle gold. Now I don't take the time to let this dry as like I should. I roll it off, so what you end up left with is more of a haze of the gold and not the actual gold drops. It works for some layouts. For other layouts it's too pale, but it worked for this layout. And my patience. Nothing fancy about this, just straightforward, stick them down. I want to offset the forget just so it looks nicer. Lay the strips back out, and then I'm just going to use my ATG gun to stick those down. The goal is to have them staggered just enough for interest, but not too much that it makes readability hard. Kind of evenly space them. I need to cut all these extra pieces off. And I just use my Caterpillar crop to do that with. Stick a little bit of those down that are sticking up. This ends up being layout 90 of 2017, process video 31, and it is week 1 of Mind the Scrap Summer Challenge, and this one earned me 20 points. And again, the sketch is by Laura Rumble that I use, and I will link it below. I'm going to give you some live close-ups. And then there will be some still shots at the end. As always, I'd like to thank you for watching. And please, if you are here for the first time, take a look around. Subscribe if you like what you're seeing. I try to post at least a video a week, sometimes more than one. And I write the information on the back. I've got questions about that. For my own peace of mind, so that I don't forget when I do the videos or when I reference the layout, and I number my layouts just for my own library of see how many layouts I do in a year. Nothing other than that. And here are the close-ups. Thanks for watching. Bye.